Henry Hill, you're on the air.
Hey, good morning. Good morning, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, Howard.
Yeah.
Oh, we're on the air. Okay, hey, listen. Oh, well, first of all, hey, yeah, I was in the joint with Suge. He's a pretty cool dude, man.
Who?
Suge.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
What did he even say?
He said he was in the joint with Suge.
Oh, the joint. Jail.
The joint, Henry.
The can.
We can't hear you, Henry.
College, you know, college.
Sounds like somebody's drinking again.
I think he's off the wagon.
No, I'm not. No, I was on the phone with London. Hey,
London?
Yeah.
London calling.
Why would London call Henry Hill a ex-mobster?
I'm doing a 10-night gig over there, speaking gig.
Oh.
Speaking gig, huh?
Yeah. They won't hire me too much in this country, but over there, they're like...
Why would you hire Henry Hill to speak? What would he speak about?
What are
Killing
you going to
people?
tell people? Yeah.
What am I going to tell people? Where the bodies are buried over there. Yeah. Hey, well, Howard, my new... Well, I don't even want to promote it yet, but anyway, I dedicated the book. Well, you need acknowledgments, you and your whole crew.
What do you say, Robin?
We're acknowledged in his book.
Wow.
The Goodfellas Guide to New York. Funny book.
All right, Henry. I got to go. I love the plugs, but, you know, I kind of want to get on with...
I'm not even plugging it. But listen, when Suge gets on, you know...
You want to reunite with an old friend?
Yeah. He's a good dude sometimes.
What do you know about Suge?
He's drinking again.
Yeah,
no, I'm not honest. Honest to God, Howard. Honest to God.
You're on something, dude.
No, I'm not. I'm on life, man. I'm working my butt off.
Butt off.
What are your stories about Suge Knight?
Nothing. He said... Well, the best was he used to... his wife would come back. He had a visit every single day. You know, two limousines, right? One would take his girlfriend, and one would take his wife. It was the funniest thing. I worked in the visiting room.
So, Henry, you're saying when you were in prison with Suge, one limousine would bring his wife and one limousine would bring his girlfriend.
Yeah, and
That's a pretty good move.
And they never ran into each other?
No. I mean, you know, he kept it pretty good. He kept his lawyer there 24/7, you know, the whole 8 hours. And then he had the parade come in, you know. The posse used to come in. It was funny. But, I mean, he's a cool dude. All
right, Henry, thank you.
He bought the whole joint sneakers one year. Tennis shoes.
All right, there you go. Hey, Henry, thank you.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Bruce, I'll see you in Vegas, Howard.
See you in Vegas. Are you going to be there?
Yeah, well, put Gary on somebody to hook it up for me, okay?
Hook it up for you? But
hook it up. I mean, I pay my way.
No, I mean, what do you mean? What are we supposed to hook up for you?
I don't know. You know, when you want me there?
I don't really, I mean, I don't know.
I thought you were coming on your own.
Yeah, I always come on my own. I don't go on your dime.
Oh, I see. You mean you want us to book you on as a guest?
Yeah.
No. Gary, is that in the plan?
What?
It's the first I'm hearing of it.
Yeah, Henry, if you want to come to Vegas, I mean, I can't stop you, but I wasn't planning on a guest appearance.
Okay, well, then I won't come. No biggie.
I'm not saying don't come. I'm just saying, you know.
I'm not looking for a free meal.
That's what I'm saying. You see why people ended up getting killed from this guy?
Right, because you get these misunderstandings?
Easily offended, dude. I'm saying, sure, come on down.
Yeah.
More the merrier. I'm inviting everyone to come to Vegas.
Okay.
All right, brother.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
You talking to me?
Sometimes you got to be in the mood to get sucked into Henry's world.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I sort of figured he didn't have any Suge Knight stories, so
No.
I just figured I'd get him to tell us here.
He doesn't really have anything. Suge Knight's a weird dude. Like, I don't know if I even want to go into this. There's a whole documentary they were done, and Suge Knight claims he was shot in the head, and he still has the bullet in his head, but then this other guy's saying that Suge Knight only had a piece of glass fly by. You know what? It's too complicated. I'm not even going to get into it. There's so many stories about him. But I don't want to get on the dude's wrong side.
He's another guy you got to watch?
Well, yeah. They're still saying he could have had something to do with Tupac. I'm listening to this documentary. I'm like, holy man.
I thought Tupac was his buddy. Weren't they together that night?
I don't know. Here's some report I was... I don't even want to get into it. Who cares? Tupac's gone. Sugar's here. What?
Yeah, no, the weird thing in the documentary was that...
I don't want to... It's so boring and long.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, no, you don't have to play it. I was just saying that they're saying that he killed Biggie to throw people off the trail of the fact that he killed Tupac. This is what people are saying.
That's one guy saying it.
One guy.
I'm not saying that.
Interesting.
You want to hear that? Yeah. We got the documentary here. Here's Suge. Here's Suge about getting hit in the head.
Suge Knight didn't help his credibility by saying he had a bullet stuck in his head.
when in fact medical evidence showed he was only scratched by a piece of flying glass.
Right.
Let me ask you something. You were hit as well in that car.
Mm-hmm.
Are you doing okay today? I can see you're injured.
I got a bullet still in my head.
The bullet's still in your head?
Yes. The doctor told me that they did brain scans, all kind of stuff, and it went in and cracked my cranium, and it stayed there. They said there'd be more chances for damage to try to take it out than sew it up.
So the documentary's saying it's not true, but I agree with Shug that there is a bullet in his head.
It sounds like he knows about bullets in the head.
I'm not arguing with this cat. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, dear.
We're going with the story that there's a bullet in his head.
Yeah, here's another clip.
Do you think Suge Knight orchestrated the hit?
Based upon what I've been told within the industry and based upon what I knew for a fact that was going on, Tupac was leaving the record company. Okay, because Tupac didn't need Suge Knight. He'd had several other offers. I would have to say, in a sense, that he had something to do with the orchestration of the shooting of Tupac.
So tell me, do you think that the two murders, the two killings, were connected? Biggie Smalls and Tupac?
My personal opinion, again. Yes, I believe they're both connected.
So why do you think Biggie was killed?
I think, in a sense, Christopher Wallace just happened to be, based on the situation transpired with Tupac, the flame was lit. So in order to throw the attention off Death Row Records, this man was killed. Next best it could seem as if Bad Boy Records had something to do with the shooting of Tupac Shakur, which by no means whatsoever was remotely the case.
Man. I don't want to get involved in any of it.
You know what? Why is it always the British who are getting these interviews?
Yeah, I don't see any Americans doing this.
Suge Knight didn't help his case.
And it really, that Ali G show has just ruined me. I hear that accent, and I'm thinking, it's him.
Yeah, well, all I know is Sugar's coming in here, and I'm sure he's innocent of everything, as far as I'm concerned.
No, he went to jail for something, so obviously.
Well, that was a frame job.
I see. He was doing somebody else's time.
Bring in Suge. Suge Knight. Suge, I think, is short for sugar.
You think?
It's my theory. But what do you think?
Spelled with an E, S-U-G-E.
S-U-G-E is short for sugar.
But sugar doesn't have an E at the end of it.
Hey, Suge. Suge is short for sugar, right?
Oh, what's going on, man?
See, I don't know anything. You look good, man. You slimmed down a little. That's good. That's good. That's good.
Jail.
You were heavier the last time you were here, I think.
Yeah.
He was the one guy who didn't work out in prison.
Yeah, he didn't work out in prison. You didn't waste time with weights in prison, did you? Casey, put that microphone in front of Suge's face.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm okay.
Suge is very soft-spoken. Sometimes he's hard to hear. Suge, how are you?
I'm doing well. Extremely well.
Out of prison how long now?
Well, I was out of prison. I did 5 years. I missed 96 Christmas. Got out in made it 2002 Christmas. Then missed 2003 Christmas.
Oh, they put you back in?
Yeah.
What did you do?
Since I last saw you, they threw you back in jail?
Yeah, it was only 62 days, though.
What was that for?
I guess they wanted to let me know they can.
Really? Violation of probation?
It wasn't a violation, but they thought it was a violation, so I had to go to the board.
Were you
what did you do?
And what did they say you did? Of course, you didn't do it, but I'm saying, what did they say you did?
No, it wasn't about that. They said that they didn't want me hanging out with anybody from the inner cities, anybody from the ghetto.
But that's your whole job, hanging out with people from the inner city.
Exactly.
You're in the hip-hop.
But you're not supposed to hang out with felons, right?
Yeah, the person they violated me for wasn't a felon, though.
Oh, really?
He never been arrested, never been to jail.
You think the government has it in for you or something?
No, I wouldn't say all that. I'm quite sure the government have more important things to do than worry about me.
Well, what they are worrying about you. I mean, they threw you back in jail for 62 days.
That's what they did, though.
Did you talk to your parole officer and say, hey, listen, pal, you better leave me alone?
You know what? I take it like this. I got like a bullet left on parole. I do that. Once I'm finished, and we'll take it from there.
What's a bullet?
A year.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I knew that.
Yeah, a bullet, Robin.
I got to get this translated.
I knew that. Robin didn't know anything about the ghetto. Telling you not to hang out with black guys is crazy. I mean, your whole job is hanging out with black guys so you can find the next big rapper.
You mean there's rules like you can't hang out with black people?
Hey, well,
they don't want them hanging out with inner city black dudes.
That's not the worst of it. I mean, in L.A., you got certain rules. When I first got home, they called me and they didn't want me to go to clubs in L.A. because they said when I show up at clubs, wasn't nobody hanging out going to clubs anymore when I got home. Then I come to New York, and then I had to see a PR out here, and they tell me I can't go to clubs.
Really?
Yeah.
This is a complicated situation.
So when you come to New York or any other state, you have to see a parole officer here?
Yeah.
So before you came on my show, you had to go see the parole officer.
Well, you know, if all these guys stopped snitching and making up these incredible stories, I probably wouldn't have that much problem.
What do you mean?
Well, you know, you got a lot of these guys in the business. Every chance they get, they call the 911 snitch on Suge Knight program.
Because they don't want you to be successful.
Yeah.
If I was a competitor of yours in the record business, I'd make a few phone calls anonymously.
Keep Suge on the run.
Keep you on the run.
Can't keep me on the run. You know, God made me a man. Whatever it is, I'm standing up under it.
Hey, so, what's the deal in prison? They were saying that, you know, what's his name? Henry called in and said you had a whole situation going. You had two limos coming to visit you. What do you think of that? You're a married man.
Hey, you know what? I was trying to figure what was going on for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Now I understand it. A lot of these guys in the rap business who supposed to be gangster rappers is undercover snitches and informants.
Right.
So I guess Henry is a snitch and informant, they say.
He absolutely is.
So therefore, I guess the rats got together and got Henry and sung Henry on me, huh?
Well, I mean, you first of all, forget about as a man. No one ever squeals on someone who has a girlfriend and a wife. As a man, I would never do that.
He had that going on for years.
I would never, ever. Like, I have friends who have a girlfriend.
Really? And a wife?
I would never say a thing, because it's a code of men. There is a code among men. Am I right or am I wrong?
Hey, I'm square.
You didn't know anything about it.
All I know is Henry has broken every code.
He's a woman. Henry's a woman. He must have no penis to do that.
Well, you know, he probably hanging out with a lot of other guys who's doing all the snitching.
Exactly.
Guys who are supposed to be in the rap business.
That's true. Howard knows my girlfriend, Dana, but he's been nice enough never to tell my wife.
Right. Of course not. You know, if you had a wife, I would never tell.
Of course.
Of course not.
I appreciate that, man.
I know guys
who wouldn't be bothered by what a woman thinks, would he?
Hope not. Don't tell me
Definitely
that.
Not.
No, thank you. How is the rap business going? How's the record company
You know
going?
what? The rap business is great. Got the Dysfunctional Family soundtrack coming out.
That's the Eddie Griffin movie?
Eddie Griffin movie. You know, I figured, hey, you know, it's early in the morning out here. I figured the record got to be great. I love it. Eddie Griffin himself, his favorite songs was Y'all Hoes. And
Hose is one of my favorite things to sing about.
Yeah, so that was his favorite. And he liked the one with
You like DMX?
Eastwood and Ja Rule and Crooked Eye on it.
You like DMX?
Who won after that?
You like that guy?
Yeah, DMX, right?
He's all right?
Yeah.
Who you at war with now? 50 Cent?
No,
I heard you're going to kick his ass.
You are?
Well, you know, first of all, you know,
Thank you.
50 haven't been in the game long enough to worry about 50 Cent, but I like what he's doing, and people should support what he's doing.
Really?
You know, I think we need to do, Howard, honestly, instead of just pointing everybody out saying this, saying that. I think this to be the perfect show to get everybody down here, sign some papers, and let me kick their ass.
Right.
Sign the papers and let it happen.
You want a boxing match? I can line that up.
Yeah, do a boxing match. You know?
Are you mad at 50 Cent because was he talking crap about you?
No. Actually, I don't know 50 Cent.
Well, Ja Rule is your guy, though, right?
I ride with Rule.
Right, so Ja Rule does not like 50 Cent, so you're going to have to either be in his posse or someone else's. You're going to choose sides in this game.
I'm going to tell you like this.
Go ahead.
I don't play both sides. I'm going to ride with who I ride with.
Right.
And definitely, you know, it's going to be the people I deal with.
You will ride with me, I hope.
Definitely I'm going to ride with you.
Damn right.
Yeah,
I got to choose up sides.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're damn right.
Getting into this, huh?
Now, how come there's no other white rap guys? How come you can't find some white rap guys like Eminem?
Eminem would be a good guy to have, right?
You know what? I think Eminem is a good rapper. But, you know, I'm from the ghetto, so I'm putting out the black guys, I'm putting out the Mexican guys. Right. So I got the essays, you know.
Right.
A lot of people doing a lot of...
You won't have a white rapper? I mean, if you found one that was good, you'd probably do.
Well, you know, I'm not a racist. If it's good, it's good.
Yeah, you're a businessman.
Business is business, you know. But I know one thing about it, for us in the inner cities and the ghetto, you supposed to go back and get what's there.
Are black people upset about the success of Eminem? Because, I mean, it's like, you know, gee, that was our thing, and now you get a white guy.
Well, you know, I'm quite sure a lot of people probably look at it like this. If it happened in so many years, it started off in the 60s. So they try to make history repeat itself again.
Exactly.
So, you know, it's you got to really look at it. I look at it like, you know, it's not about being racist. It's about being not letting history repeat itself.
Now that you're out of jail, you have to do a lot of good things now, right, to prove that
you have to do community service?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
what is that? What did you have to do? Like where did you show up?
At some old folks' home or something?
And then I want to talk to you about Snoop Dogg after that.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't he call you a bitch on his last CD?
Is that right?
I'm asking you.
I haven't seen him. You know, I look at it like this. I want to say this one time and one time only.
Thank you.
This is what we do. You get Snoop down here.
Good.
And I guarantee you, we'll see who the bitch is.
Right.
But at the same time,
go ahead.
I think we should really stop picking on Snoop. He got a hard time. And look at it like this. You know, we got some personal interests. He basically was like my stepson.
Right. You made his career.
No, I kept him out of prison.
Yeah.
Me and his mama made him.
Interesting. You're saying you banged Snoop's mama?
Oh, a little bit here, a little bit there.
Really?
Yeah.
Look at this. Oh.
So I think we should do it. I think that should get him really pissed off, right?
Yes.
Instead of doing a song about it, he should call you and say, Howard, you know what? Let me take about 10, 15 more of those ecstasy pills.
Yes.
Let me get ready.
And we'll see that. Oh, man. You know, now your hands are tied in a sense. You know what I mean? You got to be very careful.
Rumbles or anything.
I mean, you know, but see, I understand your show. You got the thing where they sign a paperwork where my PO understand is, you know, it's like a boxing match.
Right. Yeah.
So
make it legit.
Make it legit.
Make it legit. I'm going to work on that.
Matter of fact, what you can do is...
I'm going to make your dream come true.
I tell you, if you really want to make my dream come true...
Yeah, what can I do for you?
Once you get all the people who have something to say in this business, right?
About you?
Yeah.
Yes.
And we can line them up.
Go ahead.
I'll fight 10 of them at one time.
Really?
So that's all you got to do is put the ring right there and let us get started.
So you're saying...
you and Snoop in a fight wouldn't be much of a fight.
Hell no, but I look at it like this. If a little boy want to get in a man's conversation, then let the little boy deal with a man. So
Suge, what you're saying is, give me a list of the 10 guys. This is a great match. You know, I'll put you in the ring.
Pay-per-view.
And 10 guys can all jump you at the same time, and you will fight them.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Hey, can you get a steel cage? You know, it'd be like one of those futuristic...
The ultimate fight.
There's very few heads of record companies who really know how to handle themselves. I'm pretty sure you could take any one of them.
I look at it like this.
Yeah.
I know I'm not an idiot. Yeah. I know I'm intelligent enough to get the job done.
Do business.
I know I'm man enough to deal with any situation they want to deal with.
Right.
I mean, you don't see me telling on them. They always tell it on me.
Right.
You don't see me putting restraining orders on them. They put restraining orders against me.
Everyone's consumed with you.
I don't understand it.
Well, because you're successful. You're going to take. You're going to have to take a few hits.
Hey,
but as far as getting on the ring, here's who I think we ought to get: Snoop Dogg, 50 Cent.
Yeah.
I know he'll do it.
I don't think so, but we can do whatever.
He claims he was shot 9 times, and he said it was funny. This is a tough guy. I mean, what do you think of that?
I think he's a damn fool. Ain't nobody got shot times that think it's funny. Depends on who you shot with.
Yeah, this is what he said. Probably beanbag.
Yeah.
So wait a second. So you got Snoop Dogg, 50 Cent. Tell me who else. I'll contact them. I'm not kidding.
Okay, this is what
Who's on your hit list?
You bring Dre down here.
I like that.
Alizé.
Go ahead.
You bring the, as Ja Rule would say, the bitch with curls, Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg.
You bring, you know what?
Gilbert Gottfried.
Who?
Gilbert Gottfried. You want him in that?
Is he on the list?
No? Who's that?
That comedian, that little Jewish comedian. Affleck the Duck. No, you don't care about
Scott
him.
Einziger?
Oh, Scott Einziger. You probably want to get your hands on. So, all right. So you would actually take a lot of these guys on.
I will. Hey, I don't know if you can say it on your show. You can say ass on your show,
right? You
can
say ass.
I will kick their ass.
Oh, that's beautiful.
But that's a good deal, Howard. It should be 5 to 5
but you know what? I think what we should really do, because, you know, everybody says so much about the kids, right?
Right.
So let's do something for the kids.
Good.
Let's have a fight And I said, all the proceeds go to the kids. Let's pick it to, you know.
But what a great fight it would be to see you fighting 10 rap stars.
Exactly.
It would be amazing.
And then that could be the end of all the hostility.
That could be it. It'd be over. You know what I mean?
Boxing.
Well, any of these guys who have a problem with you could all step into the
That's
ring.
all they got to do. I mean, like I said before, Eddie Griffin made it plain and simple that his favorite song is Y'all Hoes.
Right.
And if you listen to that song on the soundtrack, and they said that Snoop is known as the bitch, they say he got a death row wife and death row kids. Yeah. Everybody know that Spanky ain't his.
You don't, you're afraid of no one, obviously.
No, only I got God.
It's amazing to me that what goes on. I mean, these guys are afraid of you. You do get a certain respect. What would you get, a manicure? I'm looking at your nip, right?
I don't get a manicure, you know.
Well, what's up with that, with the manicures? I mean, what are you doing for yourself now that you're out of prison? You got to be spoiling yourself.
What, you go to a Korean girl? And
yeah, what, you got a Korean?
No.
Who does that for you, Korean?
No, I get one of those sisters who, you know, know what they're doing and all to make me a good little meal at the same time.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Where do you go? You go to a special place? Where, in L.A.?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
And you get a Korean, you get a black woman, not a Korean.
I get a black woman.
That's interesting. Interesting. It's interesting that you're saying that you fathered Snoop's kids. I mean, I didn't know that.
No.
I fathered Snoop.
I didn't say I fathered his kids.
I had no idea.
Else. No, you know what the whole thing about it is, like I say, I just hear people say so much, and, you know, if I really told the truth of the matter, you know, if you really look at it, Snoop also went to prison for life.
Right.
Put up $5 million, make sure you don't go to prison, and after the case was over, we won. Everybody was at Monty's. Juror number 2 wrote a rap song.
Right.
The rest of them wrote rap songs. So it don't take a rocket science to figure out how great these was for him.
Wow. Look at you. Let's go to Chuck. Chuck, you're on the air with Suge Knight.
Morning, guys.
Morning.
Chuck, this is Chuck. Suge, I'm a big fan of yours. Been listening to The Row for years. I hang out with a lot of friends of mine that are black, and they always use the N-word around each other.
Yeah.
And, you know, I want to join in, but I'm worried that I'll get my ass kicked, so I'm asking for your blessing if I can get your permission to say the N-word.
Can a white kid say the N-word?
Well, if Dr. Dre can hang out with Eminem, and Eminem call him the N-word.
You're saying that Eminem calls Dre a nigga?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So
he said, let me hit that, my nigga.
He said that.
Let me get that, my nigga.
Yeah. Really? You said he called him my nigga.
That, my nigga.
Really? Now, you wouldn't allow Eminem to call you a nigga.
Not in a million years.
It would never happen, right?
Ja Rule gave J-Lo permission to use nigga.
Yeah, what did you think of that controversial move? Ja Rule allowed J-Lo to say nigga.
Well, I think Ja Rule said he traded off a little bit. I guess it was worth it to him.
Oh.
I give her permission to say whatever she wanted if I could hit it.
Right. Did you think it was right for J-Lo to say the N-word?
Me personally?
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
who is she to say the N-word? She's not black.
She's singing it.
She's singing the N-word, which is more of an insult, I think.
Didn't Ashanti write that song for her?
Yeah, but so what? Yeah. I mean,
I thought she said Ja Rule was the producer or something. He said it was okay.
So if a black guy writes down on a piece of paper the N-word, I can go around saying it? No way.
Well, you know, you got to realize one thing. You got some people who accept whatever.
Right.
You know, me, I believe in, I just stand up for what I believe in.
Right. How'd you get to be so tough? What happened? I mean, seriously. Would you know karate, or what do you got going on?
No, I'm going to show you what I know when you get those rappers down there.
Yeah. What do? You just street fight, right?
I'm going to show you what I know when you get those rappers down there.
Really?
Were you like a big bully in your neighborhood when you were growing up?
Well, you know I had my way, but like I said, did you say somebody called me a bitch?
Yeah. Didn't Snoop Dogg in his record call you a bitch?
So make sure you get him down here.
Oh, yeah. You love that.
I'm definitely ready for this.
When you were a kid, were you like the strongest kid on your block?
Yeah, definitely.
And like you would just kick some ass even back then?
Yeah, we're going to show what we're going to do when you get him down here.
Did anybody ever kick your ass?
I almost lost one fight.
To who?
That was a girl.
Oh, man.
Black woman?
Yeah, I was in elementary school, you know.
Black women can fight.
I was in elementary school. I probably was about, you know...
Who was it, Whoopi Goldberg?
Shirley Hemphill.
Yeah. Oh, man, I lost many a fight to black women.
Well, you know, women.
I've been beaten by black women.
Well, you know, I ain't been beaten by no black women.
I was.
Know,
it's terrible. It's disgraceful.
When you in elementary school, women just fight just as well as a man.
Yeah.
Especially when you, like, 7, 8 years old.
Oh, yeah. It was so humiliating.
How old were you when you got this big?
Well, last time I checked, I felt I was already pretty good size,
Yeah,
but I'm just wondering, like when he came into his 10th grade class and he was this size, nobody was telling him what to do.
You were a college football player, weren't you?
Yeah.
What college did you play for?
UNLV.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
And why'd you give up that? Maybe you could have gone pro.
Well, they don't pay enough. Besides, you know what? I think, some NFL players is cool, but I think NFL is a psychological game. And sometimes guys be so stressed out they can't keep their wife happy at home.
Really? Have you banged other players' wives?
For me?
Yeah.
You know what? I think I had, at one time in my life, I had my share.
Of married players' wives. Oh, look at you. You bang a lot of married chicks? That's the best kind of bang, isn't it?
Is that right?
I'm asking you.
Well, if you single, you messing with a married woman, they got to go home pretty soon. They can't stay all night, right, Al?
Exactly. So it's quick, and that's beautiful, right?
It's a win-win situation.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, you hold all the cards.
But did Suge worry, like, when he was in prison, that maybe his old lady would stray?
Oh, please. Well, a lot of people worry about a lot of things, But, when I was in prison, I did my time. I did my time stress-free. Right. I went there and did my time. Whatever, my world was inside the prison.
You didn't worry about the outside?
No, as long as I, knew how to get a little lotion.
Oh.
I was all right.
Right.
Matter of fact, it was so bad when I first got home, I think if you take me to the grocery store right now, and we go down the cosmetic section, and you open up some lotion, I'm finna get excited.
Oh.
The smell of lotion turns you on.
That happens to me, too, and I've never been in prison.
Shug, you were an operator in prison. I mean, you knew how to handle prison so that it wasn't so horrible. You had people doing your laundry for you and things like this, make it more comfortable for you.
Did you get a bigger cell? Did you have to share?
Yeah, did you share a cell with another man?
Yeah, I didn't share a cell with another man. It might have been a person that cell with me, but, if they was my cellies, they basically had to do a little cleaning up.
All right. You never lifted a finger to clean. I mean, that's embarrassing to you.
No, I wouldn't say it's embarrassing because I didn't start off on third base. I thought I hit a triple.
But you're talking about some tough guys. I mean, so like, let's say a tough guy comes in there and you tell him, hey, look, bitch, clean my laundry. You got to fight him to get him to clean your laundry, right?
Yeah, I have a fight, but I ain't finna lose.
Right. So
I'll show y'all what I'm gonna do when I get these guys when they have all these things to say about me.
Look at you handled in prison like that. Yeah. That's beautiful. I mean, as you say, stress-free. Now, let's say when you lay down at night and you want to handle, as you say, use some lotion on yourself because you're a man and you got to take care of things because there's no women in prison. Would you kick your roommate out so you could be alone with yourself?
Definitely. You could drive in the car, Hey,
I've never done that.
I'm on my way over. Not really.
You didn't do that on the way here, did you?
No.
But let me ask you something, though, seriously. And tell me the truth. You're in prison. You decide you want to pleasure yourself. Let's call it that.
Yeah.
And you would say to the guy, look, I'm going to pleasure myself now. Get out and give me about a half hour to myself.
No, it don't work like that. If you're in prison, everybody had a time on the yard. Everybody had a time inside the cell. Oh.
Look at you.
All right.
Why don't you wait?
What?
Wait a second.
You didn't always have to do it yourself?
That's a nice guard.
You had one of the guards do that?
I know they got female guards now, right?
Oh, that's
this not Aftermath.
Right.
There's only one fag in this industry.
Who's that?
You know who that is.
Who?
K-Ass Dre.
Let me ask you something.
Don't say, you know what? I'm gonna cut that out. You know what? Honestly, let's cut that out. The thing about it is this. It's a time now, I guess, everybody should all get along.
No, please. Don't even think. You know the first person that crosses you are not going to get along with them. It's never going to be peace.
We're going to get it all over it once and for all. You're going to get everybody down here.
You're not going to turn the other cheek.
We're going to get it. I ain't going to turn the other cheek.
Right. Let me ask you, the whole time you were in prison, were you able to have sex with another person at all? I mean, were you able to say to one of the female guards, come in here and handle my baby Shug?
Look.
Yeah.
I ain't in here. I didn't go to prison for telling.
Right.
Thou should not tell.
I think what you're saying here in a sort of a sly way is that you might have had a couple of prison guards, female prison guards, but not male, of course. I mean, I would never, ever insult that. I would never insult you with that.
What did I do?
That was
All right, let's, I don't know, it seems like you're implying that.
That's
Michael,
not me.
Michael, you're on the air.
I'm like, hey, you got some experience over there, huh?
Michael, you're on the air.
Pretty smile.
Thank you.
What?
Somebody wants to sign a contract with me.
With you?
Yeah, the Fox, or what?
Well, you're not 90 pounds soaking wet. I can tell by listening to you.
I don't care. I'm a professional boxer. What's up?
Oh, please.
What you want somebody to manage you, or are you trying to fight somebody?
I want to fight you.
Okay, little boy.
You're talking about my homie Eminem.
Okay. Well, you know.
And my mom's going to bang Howard.
Hey, Howard,
Chris, go ahead.
Why
Sorry?
they who riding on you, Howard?
What?
Why they who riding on you?
I don't know.
Yeah, what's with the who ride?
Yeah, what's up with that?
What do you mean hoorah? Oh, I see what you're
Yeah, they
saying.
who riding on you this morning.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, but you know we're going to keep it gangster. Whatever they want to do, that's what's up.
Yeah, I'm
Me and
riding.
you, Howard,
I'm
that's how
riding
we
with
can
you,
do
my
it.
friend.
That's how we're going to do
That's
that.
all. Chris, go ahead. You're on the air. By the way, Sugar's here. I'm going to play a little bit of Dysfunctional Family. He's got a new record out by Crooked. And who else is on there?
Danny Boy.
Danny Boy.
Eastwood, known as Problem Child.
Those are all your artists?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, is Vanilla Ice on there?
Now he's just hanging out.
Hey, I just wanted to tell you, I was at a concert here not too long ago. Vanilla Ice was talking much smack on him.
Well, you know, that's how they do when they think you're on parole. But I tell you this, you know it's a book coming out pretty soon. It's American Dream and also The American Nightmare. So y'all got to check it out.
Right, that's cool. But he was up on stage like F Suge Knight, F this, F that. He was all about you, man. He was all about having everybody try to hate you.
Yeah, well, what are you doing there? That's the question.
I think it's quite all right. I think that anybody got something to say that in this business. We're going to bring him to the Howard Stern show.
And we're going to fight. Hey, first of all, what are you doing at a Vanilla Ice concert?
Yeah.
Well, see, he came down to their hometown, and I don't know. It was just funny. I thought I'd just check him out and see what he was all about.
All five of
and then he started talking smack on you. But I was just wondering if the next time you see him, if you're going to hang him out on the balcony again, but this time actually let him go.
I'd rather go see Cher than Vanilla Ice.
Really?
Dale, you're on the air.
Yo, tell Suge to throw Puff Daddy in the mix.
Puff Daddy.
Hey, whatever y'all want. I mean, you know what? I'm the one from the people. I'm the one who from the ghetto. I'm the one for the people. Whoever y'all want to be in the mix.
Puff Daddy.
Game, you put him. You get him down here.
Puff Daddy looks like he could handle himself, though. I don't think you'd want to fight him.
Hey, I'm cool on booty and head. We ain't talking about handling that way now.
No, I'm saying he looks like he could fight, right?
Well,
I don't know.
I look at it like this.
Yeah.
One thing is one thing. You know what? I told y'all before. We got to lay off Puffy for a while.
All right.
I don't like the simple fact what J-Lo did to him.
Right. It was embarrassing.
Yeah, come on now. Let's back up off Puffy.
All right. Weapons or no weapons allowed in this fight?
Well, you know.
Bring whatever you want.
I think it got to be no weapons. I am on parole, so therefore it'd be no weapons.
No weapons.
Everybody sign a release form that I can't get sued, that I can't get violated. And then I'm just going to violate them inside this little ring you put up there.
What happened the last time you were here? You told me in a moment of candor that you do have the J-Lo tape, the sex tape. What's going on with that? When are you going to release that?
I'm not planning on releasing it. You know, it's a situation.
Can you show it to us?
Yeah.
Well, you looking over there with that pretty smile.
Yeah, we want. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, what about you, Robin? What about us? I'd like to see it.
What about the J-Lo tape? You have tape of her having sex. Is that correct?
That's all I know.
Hey. Who was having sex with her on the tape? I don't even know. You.
Hey,
Look at you.
It wasn't me. You know, but I'll tell you what.
I'd like to hit that.
I'll tell you what. We're going to check it out.
All right.
You know.
You got the tape.
There's the tape.
Look at you. Wow. I'll tell you what. You bring me that tape, I'll show you my pictures of Rebecca Romaine Stamos naked in my apartment.
How about that?
What do you think? Fair swap?
Hey, you get those guys in that ring right here, I give everybody a copy of that tape.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So when you going to give them a ring?
I'm going to work on it.
He'll be on the phone.
Don't kid yourself. I think we got a pay-per-view special, my friend. There's money to be made. Jimmy, you're on the air.
What's up, Howard?
Hey, now.
Hey, now.
What can we...
John's wife likes anal.
That's
How about
true.
that one?
That's right.
That's right.
All right, well, that's not exactly the topic.
There's a bulletin.
All right, listen, the song out now, Suge Knight is promoting Dysfunctional Family. There's a new movie, an Eddie Griffin movie, and this is the soundtrack featuring the single Dysfunctional Family. It goes into stores April 22nd, which is about 2 weeks away, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the one you said, You said Snoop was talking about us on his record.
Yeah.
You know, I don't do no records, but the little homies.
Yes.
For his Eastwood, Spider, Gangster from the Booyah Tribe.
Yeah.
That's the ones they're talking about the bitch on that song. That's Eddie Griffin's favorite song, he said. I don't know how you going to play that one out.
I don't think I can play that one. Let me... Oh, look, that's not the one. Wait, that's the voicemail we're going to listen to later. Let me hear this. This is your...
Don't it feel good?
You in the studio with these guys when they record?
Yeah.
You watch over things.
Exactly.
Make sure they don't run up bills with fake, they're ordering shrimp salad and all this.
No, you know, I don't trip off the money part as long as they do what they're supposed to do, you know?
Right.
Come on. I know it feel good.
I bet you there's no nonsense in that studio when you're there.
It's a family affair. You feel me? Just a family affair.
Dysfunctional family. Yeah. Dysfunctional family.
Robin, open up some lotion for Suge.
Dysfunctional family.
Come on over with some lotion, Robin. Help a brother out.
Mama, you raised so many sons, and it was so hard trying to grow in these slums around.
Who's that singing?
That's Crooked I right there. That's Danny Boy on the second part.
But look what writing ghetto poetry brung. A 600 on 421s. Papa didn't help us, I hope he's a bum. Try to spit us out like the old gum. Now the flow's opium and all y'all know it's the road when he comes for show. Do you know anyone that feels like Crooked I do?
So you put these guys together and they go in the studio and they sing? And what do you get them in and out of the studio, what, in a day?
Well, you know, we have a lockout. We be in the studio every day, every night.
You got to watch costs, though, man. You got to watch these guys. You know what they'll do. They sit there all day.
Well, you know, we make it happen. That's why we was able to do so many Pac songs and so many songs, because we work around the clock.
Right. You know, there's all kind of nonsense that goes on in these studios.
Oh, yeah, party.
These artists think they're going to move in.
Right.
Yeah.
It's about $400 an hour.
Danny Boy right here.
Let me hear this guy. Let's see if he can rap.
My brother's in jail. Sister on the corner got a body for sale. She's still my sister, man. I'm still her brother, man. No matter what they say, I'ma love my sister anyway.
That's Danny Boy?
Yeah.
He could sing.
Definitely.
Yeah. Was he a finalist on American Idol, or he skipped that whole thing?
No, he don't get out like that. You know what I
mean? I'm Crooked Nose. That's my rap name.
Yeah, you deal with that.
Big old Crooked Nose.
Until I die.
All right, Suge Knight's book, also American Nightmare, American Dream, due out in November. Suge Knight, Dysfunctional Family, the soundtrack coming out April 22. Get a hold of that.
Say hi to the bad guy, which is Crooked Eyes album, which is going to be coming out like August. And Corrupt is back home doing what you do.
Sounds good. Good seeing you. Thanks for coming in.
We got some, we doing a little rock and roll stuff, too.
Really?
Yeah.
Getting into that whole market.
Yeah, you know, I felt like this. I think Eminem's a great rapper, so I figured, you know, if they're going to let Eminem do our music, why not should I do their music?
Sure, go ahead.
You know what I mean?
You're into it. Why not? Money's money. What's the difference? What lotion you recommend?
You know what? Jergens always had that good smell to it.
Right?
You know what I mean?
Jergens get you hot, huh?
Yeah,
all right.
You know.
I'll try it. All right, listen, we'll be back right after these words.